We're back. Omar from Madrid. What do we do with the suffering of others? That suffering that moves our heart and that it is impossible to deny or look away. Are we going insensitive to the pain and injustice? What do we do with the suffering of others?
Well, I have to deal with this question every day, to be honest. And it is still very hard because when you learn, when you study for a longer period of time, you become even more sensitive for that in some way because you're connecting to many people and you're starting to, because we're learning about connection every day, we're starting to be much more sensitive to other people and also much more sensitive to their pain. I can't give you an answer that will satisfy you. And I think even the greatest Kabbalists are very sensitive to the pain of others. But and as addition to this level, they also have another level of consciousness, which is the spiritual level. And then they look at it a bit differently. They see the pain, but they think that it is also for a purpose, for the person to go above it, to connect to another level, and actually, in some way, stop feeling it. It's like it's hard to compare it, but it's like the learning pain that your kid has in school. It's something very comparable to that. You see it and you feel it, but you know that it's for a purpose.
And I have an example. I don't know if you have babies, but when your baby is crying, it's just shouting, like with pain, with misery, and the mother, what he needs. Now he needs milk. Now he needs to change his diapers. Now he's sick. Now
but the baby is just suffering.
Yeah, but he needs a small pet here to do a little barb and so on and so on. But he's suffering. And then when he grows up and he gets education and upbringing and he's becoming a mature person, he knows, okay, I'm hungry. I feel something in the stomach and I'm hungry. I should eat and I should do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actions. The same thing with the world. The Kabbalists are seeing that all of the pain is only the lack of light. We interpret it in our perception of reality in many, many forms. I don't know, I don't have money, I don't have food, I don't have, I don't know, whatever. And the purpose of all of this world is only to make this quantum leap that on each and every Reshimo, which is appearing in our life, in each and every moment, I'm doing a work regarding the connection with the Creator. We will speak about it in the next lesson. There is no one else besides Him, but you need to understand that really there isn't any pain in the world. Any. Only in our perception. And when you change the perception of reality, everything changes. So our job and the job of the Kabbalist is to bring all humanity from one perception to the other. And not because we want to end the pain. The pain is only, I don't know even how to say it, it's just a tool. It doesn't matter. We want to do it because we want to reach the most important goal, the adhesion with the Creator. And this is the most important thing. Nick.
Great answer. Nick from London. How do I work with my ego? You don't.
Why do you say such a thing? I would have given another.
Okay, so start.
You don't have any ego. You need to discover it. You need to discover what is the ego. The ego is not what we imagine, all of these actors, models, they come and everyone's shooting them and they're so with we say in Italian, con la puzza sotto il naso, with the stench under the nose, so they always like this with the nose, And it's not about having cars and private jets and being powerful in control. This is not ego. This is small children games playing in the, how they call it, the sandbox. This is not ego. The real ego, you will begin to discover it when you will try to work with the vector towards the direction of connection with the points in the hearts. Then, for the first time in your life, and when we will meet the young group, I don't know in which circumstances, I will tell you this sentence: "Welcome to the club." Then you will begin to feel this force inside of you, which is the force of the Creator, or it is called in the Bible even Pharaoh, in many, many names. You will begin to feel that there is some force which directs you, which maneuvers you. Then the real work begins. So then ask again your question, how do I work with the ego? And we will speak. But
yeah, you said the same thing just from the other side. You don't actually work with the ego directly. I mean, you're not starting to try to change your qualities, to work on your character. It's all meaningless. It all stems the same. But what you are doing, you're working around it. You're create the best environment. You're watering it. You're making it come out. You're watching it as it grows, and above it or beside it, you are building a very strong connection with your friends or with your environment. You're building a very strong connection, and you're watching the ego grow. Until you can really work with it, it will take a bit time.
And then you discover that the ego is, its only purpose is to push you towards the goal. That's it. It's a means. John, again, from the UK, what does it mean to take a slice of the ego and to work with it?
You probably said this sentence in a lecture, right? What does it mean to take a slice of
It
the
wasn't
ego?
me, it was Amit.
So what did he mean by that?
There are two, I don't remember what we said, but I deny any connection. But look,
I wasn't
John,
there.
Look, John, the thing is this. If we're speaking about the correction of the general ego of humanity, there's the will to receive. Why was it breaking? Because the correction for one vessel to correct all of the desire, it's impossible. This is also what we will learn as the scene of the tree of knowledge. And that you thought that you could bestow with all of this desire, and then you reveal that no, I cannot bestow with all of this. I just want to receive because it's too much. This ego is I want to exploit the Creator. I want to exploit everything. So there is the breaking of the vessels, and this one big will to receive was shattered into milliards of parts, and each part is correcting its own ego, its own will to receive. This is how we work, and this is much more easier. And when we will reach the final correction, there is an action which is called, I don't know how to translate it in English. It's the second time we're saying it in the clip. רב פעלים מקבצאל. What can you do?
Whatever.
It's the last action, and when the light itself is putting together all of the parts, those parts who cannot even be corrected, it corrects everything, and there is one Kli with one Creator in unity, in adhesion, and this is where we want to reach.
The spiritual Big Bang. I think our time is over.
Let's see, maybe we can push another question. Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay.
So, Lucilla Sarcina di Fidio. Yes. So in Kabbalah, do we speak about the prayer to the Creator in order to receive help, health, protection to oneself or for the others? Does Kabbalah deals with angels, guardian angels? What do Kabbalists say about Reiki, other methods, energetic healing, and so on and so on?
No. The Kabbalah doesn't.
She learned.
No, the Kabbalah doesn't speak about all those things. There are people, and Kabbalah doesn't deny it, who have a more developed feeling for this world, like the shamans or all kinds of healers who have a very good instinct for this world. They feel this world. It doesn't mean that they have a connection to the spiritual world. They have just a much more developed sense for this world, like a dog who has a sense of smell, which is 1,000 times stronger than a human sense of smell. This is how those people work with it, and definitely they might be able to heal or help you or advise you in this physical life. Kabbalah doesn't deal with it at all.
And not with protections, not with red strings, holy water, witchcraft, angels, guardian angels, nothing above mentioned. I would advise you to repeat the first lesson, the first and the second, and to really receive this basic concept, what Kabbalah is all about. And I hope that you will still remain with us, that your point in the heart will really attract you to, yes, I need this. Okay? So, goodbye, Lucilla and everyone,
I'll
and
see
see you in
you.
the next clip.